Good morning and welcome to Rise and 9. It is Tuesday, December 30th, nearing the end of the year.
Just a couple days left in 2025, and we were saying that I feel like I'm already in 2026 mode. Like maybe we're just like planning for it, but in my mind I'm like, it's 26. I'm like, no, we're not there yet.
Yeah, I keep thinking it should be turning 2027, but it's just going to be 2026. I think maybe it is because we keep talking about it.
Right. And it just seems like December, like it just once Thanksgiving done, it flies past going into Christmas. But now that we're after Christmas, I'm like, it is still December.
Yeah, when's spring? Is it spring yet?
I'm like, we have a trip planned in Florida in May, and I'm like already looking forward to it. Like there's nothing
right
else
around the corner.
It's gonna happen the next 5 months and a half a year.
I know, it's crazy, but at least it's warming up outside, so we have that going for us.
Right, something and to look forward to. Anything will feel warmer. It felt like -2 this morning.
I know. And then we had the video of the Hawkeye fans out on the beach. They're playing Vanderbilt tomorrow. And so they're already out there and it looks so nice and beautiful. Just jealous.
It's something to do tomorrow. If you have the day off of work, maybe the whole week off to watch that game. Yeah. We're not jealous. No.
Yeah, very happy to be here. It's like they look like they're having a great time out there on the beach.
That would be nice too. But we are still in our winter clothes, even matching. We both
got
the bell sleeves today.
Kind of funny.
Right.
And Justin had a purple and pink tie, so we're just also coordinated today.
I think we've just worn all the red and green in our closet, and then we're like maybe looking forward to Valentine's Day, maybe.
Yeah, what's not Christmassy?
Exactly.
Well, turning to some stories today, a couple serious things to talk about. So the first one, today is the 1-year anniversary of the death of 38-year-old Christine Blount in Iowa City. You may remember her. She worked for Shelter House, and police were called out there initially for a gunfire. They found her dead. They still don't have any arrest in this case.
Right. Iowa City Police Department issued an update a week or so ago and said they've interviewed they've gone through hundreds of hours of video, interviewed dozens of people, and executed over 100 search warrants. And they still feel like there's someone out there who has information that they're hoping to come forward that could help move this case forward and get justice for her.
Yeah, at the time, back in January, we heard from one of her coworkers there at Shelter House. She talked about how they're all grieving, just like the family, that they want answers, and it has been a full year now. And so Iowa City Crime Stoppers is offering $1,000 for any information that could lead to an arrest in this case. If you have information, the number you can call for Crime Stoppers is 319-358-TIPS.
And I know police say they are offering ways that you can keep your information anonymous and confidential.
And this did happen, in Iowa City. So hopefully, somebody knows something, somebody maybe caught something on camera. So they do want people, if you happen to have a camera in that area, this happened the 600 block of South Dodge Street, go back through your footage if you have it. See if you see anything unusual that you can contact authorities.
Right, and you never know what could help authorities in an investigation.
Exactly, yeah, any information's good.
Yeah, and as we're moving toward the new year, that also means some new laws taking effect as of Thursday.
Yes, yeah, you won't be able to use your phone while driving. Hopefully you already don't do that.
Right, not a good idea.
It's incredibly dangerous, but it does become a law January 1st to the point where you can actually get fined for it.
Right, and as of July 1st, police could pull you over and give you a warning or a verbal notice. But yeah, that ticket could be up to $170 for doing nothing else wrong but just using your phone. And it is kind of surprising that hadn't been a law. This is something lawmakers have been working on for years, maybe even decades.
Yeah, and this isn't just like, you might be picturing like, okay, staring at your phone texting, like that's not obvious. You should not do that. But you also can't talk on your phone like holding it in your hand.
Or even on a speaker.
Yeah, which I think people get confused by that because you think, okay, well, I'm not actually like, typing anything. I'm just holding my phone while driving. Like, that's going to be against the law to the point where you could get fined that $170. And so you can use your phone for like GPS or to talk if it's mounted or in like the hands-free mode where you're not touching it whatsoever.
Right, you can, like, it goes through the Bluetooth of your car, and even if you're like, well, my car's not new enough, there's things you can buy to make it that it does work that way. Another thing, I think people might be surprised that you can't use your phone if you're at a stoplight or at a stop sign. Also not okay.
Yeah, not okay to have your hands on your phone at all while you're driving under this new law. And Cedar Rapids Police said that they've given 16 written citations and many verbal warnings already. Right. We've also been talking about this on the news, and this has been, like you said, a long time coming. Lawmakers have been working on it, so hopefully it doesn't come as a surprise to anybody. If you do get pulled over, just put your phone down.
Right, and you don't have to wait until that threat of a ticket. You should put that phone down right away and just be safe on the road. It makes it so much more dangerous when your eyes are off the road or even when you are distracted.
Yeah, and something else happening related to driving on the 1st. Thursday, two cameras on the S-curve on I-380 will start issuing tickets once again.
Those had been turned off for a while because because of a new law that made cities have to ask the DOT for permission. The DOT denied Cedar Rapids from getting that, but then the city appealed. And as of December 3rd or early December, those cameras have been issuing warnings, kind of the same thing with the tickets, but a different time frame. But now you could get a fine with that.
Yeah, and people in Cedar Rapids are used to these cameras. They've been around for quite a while, the speed cameras, and it's just these particular locations were not approved and now have that appeal process. They're approved again now to start issuing tickets. So, but yeah, kind of along with the hands-free driving thing, just don't speed through the S-curve.
Right.
And then you don't have to worry about it.
Especially when it's these winter, and that's basically a bridge, and that can get slick. Even like yesterday, we had some melting that can refreeze. You're going around very fast around the curve. Just not a good idea to speed anyway.
Yeah, but good to be aware that those are going to be starting to issue tickets again. So either way you go, in or out of the S-curve, there will be cameras.
Right. I'm not sure if we mentioned it, but even if we did, so First Avenue on the southbound side, J Avenue on the northbound side, but both on 380. That's just rear on 380.
Exactly, yeah. So something exciting too, also in the works for a while. This is very exciting for seniors in the community. Construction set to begin on a Cedar Rapids Senior Center in February. There have been groups that have been working to do this for quite a while now.
Right, a massive donation that made that all possible.
Yeah, and the Senior Center in Cedar Rapids, it used to have one pre-flood 2008. They've been without a senior center ever since then. That's a long time for a community this size, of course, to not have that amenity. And so the services will be, they're going to at least start construction in February, and then services will be to follow that.
Yeah, the 2008 flood, and in my mind, I'm like, that's almost 10 years. No, that's almost 20 years.
Yeah, it's quite a while. I mean, I was in high school when that happened. And so when you think about that context, and so this will allow, a space for seniors to get together, have that sense of community, and, be able to do activities. They're talking about having a pickleball court even.
Right, that'd be great. And especially, around this time of year when it's cold and it's hard to get out, and just have something that seniors have a space dedicated for them to stay active, because that is such an important thing, to stay active and maintain those friendships as people age and throughout their whole life.
Exactly, yeah. And Horizons says that they'll be renovating its 5th Street offices, so that'll be the location. And it's at 70% of the $5.5 million that it needs for these renovations. In addition to the pickleball court, talking about having a cafe there, a lot of community happens around meals, so this could be a really great spot for seniors.
I know other towns have something like this, so it's something Cedar Rapids, feels like it needs to have too.
Yeah, and also this fundraising campaign will open up to the public. That's expected to happen this spring.
Yeah, it's still almost to their goal, but quite a bit to go as well.
Yeah, it will be awesome though once it's all done.
Absolutely, and it'll be awesome once the weather's warmer. Yesterday that sun was shining. Did not feel warm though.
I know, it can be so deceiving this time of year when the sun's out, but nope. It's still freezing. It's still very, very cold out there. But luckily, we are going to warm back into the 30s, which honestly will feel pretty nice.
Right. It was kind of nice, even though I like the warm weather. Our yard got so muddy, like even on Sunday, when we had all those different weather patterns within like 24 hours between the rain, the sleet, the snow, the wind, just all in a day. But my yard got so muddy, and then the dog was bringing in muddy paw prints. So I guess that is a good aspect, that it got colder, and so we're not getting fresh paw prints.
Yeah, less messy, but I mean, the muddy paw print sounds like a spring thing that should be happening. But yeah, it'll be warming up, so that's good news. It looked like Sunday even close to 40.
Yeah, that's just a linear phase we get in the winter when we're like, cold, mud season, back to cold.
I know. A little bit of everything in Iowa.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm looking forward to the new year. I know it's just right around the corner. Tomorrow's already New Year's Eve.
Right, and we, Justin talked to us about our New Year's resolutions, and I guess I really hadn't thought about mine
Me either.
too much.
Me either. He put us on the spot.
Right, a segment for Everyday Iowa. I was wondering when that was going to air. I didn't catch that from him. Did you hear?
I did not catch it either, but he was literally walking around the newsroom with the camera and going up to, everybody, one of our photojournalists, the girl that runs our website, everybody, our executive producer, and just asking them, hey, what's your New Year's resolution?
Right.
And something about 2025, that great memory from 2025. So it was fun to think about those things because I hadn't thought about it either.
Right, on the spot. So my resolution, and I hadn't really thought about it a whole lot, I just finished up my goal to read 50 books for the year this weekend. So, and that was a pretty good goal. Like I've had different numbers in different years, but that's like a little less than one a week. So I think maybe I'll do the exact same thing. Is it weird to do the same exact number for your year?
I don't think so.
That's still 50 books. That's a lot of books.
No, and actually kind of related to that, I don't love thinking about like resolution sounds so like I'm going to flip the page and like be this whole new person in 2026. I don't like thinking about it that way. I just like thinking about it like it's just continuous growth and like maybe something you're already doing that you could do better or add on to. And so a goal is a good word. I like that word better. But yeah, I already run, and I have a goal to run more this year, partly because I got signed up for a half marathon now that I had some family members doing it, and then they convinced my husband and I to do it. So it'll be good. It'll be good. I was hesitant at first, but I'm like, okay, well now if I'm going to run a half marathon, I got to beef up the running. I was already maybe going to sign up for a couple 5Ks. And so, yeah, I already run, so it's not like, you know, a new thing. It's just like, you know, I could run a little more.
Right.
Beef it up a little bit this year.
That commitment's written down. It's happening.
Yeah, we already signed up for the half marathon, so now there's no turning back. We got the t-shirts. So yeah, that's the plan. When he asked me about 2025, I couldn't think because I wasn't prepared for the question, which I love. Those are the best interviews, but I was like, I wasn't prepared to answer that. It was a great year though. I just couldn't on the spot think of one thing in particular.
Right.
I think I said, you know, spending time with friends and family over the past year, lots of good memories.
Right, lots of good memories. I think my favorite from this year were some places we traveled. We went up to Wisconsin. So beautiful. Like
Wisconsin's pretty.
The nature level that is up there is just amazing. So we're definitely going to go back this year, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and get some more time in state parks. And then also visiting the beach. That was something I wanted to do like my whole life. So that was a standout moment too.
Yes, that was. And now you're going to go back. You loved it so much, you're going back.
Right. And want to visit some new places too. That's another thing. Like to just travel some more places. Because last year we saw the most southern point in the continental U.S. So we're thinking this year maybe we'll have to see the most northern point.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I know we have some travel plans this year too. It's always fun to get out and see new places. Wisconsin too, it's great because it's such a close drive.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a plane ticket to get there.
And it's amazing to go to all the places around the world. But there's really great places right here in the Midwest, even just in Iowa.
Oh yeah, lots of beautiful places to see. I know usually over spring break, because my husband's a teacher, so he'll have the week off, and then obviously my son's out of school. And so we usually try to do a little something over spring break, but a lot of times it's just something close with little kids. And there's so many pretty things to see, even here in Iowa. I love going and visiting out in Dubuque. And you're not far from Galena. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe not so nice to camp now, but it will be eventually.
It will be,
too hot before we know it.
Yeah, it will be. You'll be able to get your camping in soon.
Right. One resolution I was kind of thinking about, I haven't committed to, is maybe going sugar-free for January, but I feel like you can't, or at least I wouldn't want to cut it out like completely, but then you have to decide on the level. You're like, okay, well then is this putting like syrup on your pancakes, like I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
and
an
that feels
interesting
kind
one.
of extreme too, like if you don't have to be. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not.
I've heard of people doing like, I think it's called dry January, where like they don't have any drinks, like alcoholic drinks during the month of January. I haven't heard of the sugar, but that would be a really hard challenge because sugar's in so many things.
Right, and so you have to decide like the level that you want. So I don't know. I feel like that is not like, it makes it more difficult to be like, well, there's some wiggle room.
Yeah, well, and you're a baker
Yeah.
too, so I feel like this would be like in particular hard for you because you make so many yummy sweet treats.
Because if it's something I enjoy, and then I wouldn't do that, like, then maybe that's not a good thing. So I feel like I'm convincing myself not to do it.
You can't cook it and not taste it because somebody's got to sample these things.
Exactly.
Or just more for your husband.
Okay, I won't do it then, yeah.
No, but it would be a very healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
But you'd have to decide like, okay, how much of this am I committing?
Yeah, maybe I'll do more of the running too. I just, I ran the marathon in 2023 and I'm just not really wanting to get back into it.
I get it, yeah, because after college, well, I ran so much in college and then I needed like a break.
Right.
I needed a break from it. And I didn't run my first road race until just a couple years ago on 4th of July. Of course, I continued to run over the years, just not near the distance or amount.
Like with a schedule. and
Right,
today
with
is
like an
this,
actual
and-
plan. It's just like I would go for a run because I enjoyed it, you know, a few times a week. But now that I'm signed up for a half marathon, I'm like, I got to get to it.
Right.
This is going to be a different level again. So it's kind of a mental switch there.
I think especially maybe right now because we're both like maybe a little bit under the weather and it's so cold.
I
and
know.
It's like, I don't think it'll be that bad, but right now it sounds awful.
I know, because who wants to run in this weather? I know. Once it's nice out, then I actually want to get out there and go for it. So it'll be good. It's nice to have a goal to work towards. And yeah, with a new year, you can kind of, I ordered a new planner. So that's supposed to come in tomorrow. I ordered it online, and I always love when I have a fresh new planner. You can write down, your goals, just like have everything that you have, your trips, whatever, for the next year in there. And so it's kind of an exciting time of year, an exciting week.
Right. I just have a huge stack of books. I read like I'm trying to get a free pizza, trying to get those points or something. But yeah,
It's just what you like to do.
I just have so many I want to.
Yeah, well, you know, a whole nother year of reading ahead for you.
Exactly. Looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for joining us on this edition of Rise and 9.
Have a great day today.